pink shell sits by my saucer, holding down a napkin from the breeze. Outside the window, amber light grows softer, sinking slowly into quiet seas. I watch the tide turn copper in the shade and wonder where the busy afternoon went. The salt air drifts across the faded porch, and shadows stretch along the cooling sand. I hold this moment like a tiny torch, just watching daylight leave the land. When twilight painted all the water red, I thought about the miles we left behind. A quiet peace came settling in my head, leaving every heavy thought refined. The waves play soft against the wooden pier, and everything I needed was right here. I run a thumb across the rounded ridges, found this treasure 30 years ago. We spent our youth beneath the iron bridges, learning how to let the evening flow. Now orange clouds drift softly into blue, and I am warm just sitting here with you. When twilight painted all the water red, I thought about the miles we left behind. A quiet peace came settling in my head, leaving every heavy thought refined. The waves play soft against the wooden pier, and everything I needed was right here. Old songs sound better when the sky turns cold, and time feels gentle on an age-old chair. There is a comfort in a story told without a single word spoken in the air. The shell stays warm under my resting hand. The last gold streak turns purple on the sand. The night comes on so peaceful and complete, while ocean water laps against our feet. You told me yesterday the water stays warm long after the heat goes out of the sky. A silver thermos rests beside your arm, and 3 white gulls are floating slow and high. An old dog splashes in a shallow foam pool, while sand gets packed beneath our leather boots. The red paint don't need to speak to feel the same. Just sitting side by side to take a look. Golden light hits the wet smooth stones on the shore, leaving shadow trails along the boardwalk track. Every quiet moment here feels worth waiting for, as the tide pulls low and gently leads us back. You point toward a tiny drift of pine wood shavings left by someone carving near the jetty wall. A forgotten blue pail catches glowing light rays, standing cold and still as purple shadows fall. Two kids in sweaters race the final wave in sight, leaving deep wet prints that melt into the coast. Golden light hits the wet smooth stones on the shore, leaving shadow trails along the boardwalk track. Every quiet moment here feels worth waiting for, as the tide pulls low and gently leads us back. The lighthouse lamp clicks on across the bay, a yellow beam that cuts through cooling air. We brush the damp gray grid off our knees today and find a peaceful quiet standing there. Your hand slides softly into mine at last, the orange fading down to indigo. We walk along the dark water, thick and vast, with nowhere else we ever need to go. Where do the amber waves go after the afternoon dies? Nobody answers the gulls while they circle in the breeze. My toes are still warm in this fading sand, thinking of a radio song from 50 years ago, just floating along like a dry pine needle. The copper light leans heavy on the pier, and I forget if I turned off the kitchen tap, or if I am just watching the tide swallow the shore. An old yellow cardigan drapes across my knee, while pink dusk melts down into the quiet salt sea. A distant tugboat pulls at the edge of the dark, leaving a soft silver trail like an old pencil mark. I count 4 footsteps that the incoming swell washed clean. Did we buy that porch swing in June or July? The mind strays away like a loose foam line. There is salt on my glasses and a chill in the air. My thumb traces circles in the cooling wet dirt, remembering the way steady sound. I do not need a reason for sitting right here, just letting the colors dissolve into gray as the last strip of red fades away. Only a pale purple thread on the water now. Time keeps drifting past the pier, gently, softly, evening settles in. Just the wind and the shore. Why does the water turn to glass when 6 o'clock arrives? My sweater has a pulled out thread from 1985. The tide comes rolling up the coast to touch my woolen socks. A pelican sits staring down from wet and jagged rocks. I wonder if my sister called while I was sitting here. The sky turns peach, then turns to plum, and all the noisy motorboats grow silent one by one. We left 2 folded lawn chairs right beside the timber dock and listened to the foghorn tell its story to the rock. The yellow light dissolved into a deep and quiet shade, while memory kept every single promise that we made. I pack my woolly blanket as the evening air grows cool. That driftwood looks a bit like grandfather's old wooden cane. I haven't thought of summer storms or driving in the rain. A dog is chasing sea foam where the wet sand meets the weeds. My pocket holds a handful of dried saltwater seeds. The breeze smells like old copper coins and roasted summer corn. The ember fades to indigo. There is no reason left to rush nowhere we have to go. We left 2 folded lawn chairs right beside the timber dock and listened to the foghorn tell its story to the rock. The yellow light dissolved into a deep and quiet shade, while memory kept every single promise that we made. I pack my woolly blanket as the evening air grows cool. Did I forget to turn the stove knob down, or did I leave my glasses on the stone? The ocean doesn't care about the town. It sings a song it learned when it was born alone. The orange line turns purple on the bay. I shake the sand out of my canvas shoes. Another quiet evening slips away. Nothing left to find, nothing left to lose. glowing 6 upon the dashboard dial reminds me how the afternoon grows late. I close my eyes and picture in a while the peaceful year when we turn 88. We will drive down slow to see the water shine and sit right here while golden light fades out. Your wrinkled hand held softly inside mine without a single worry left to doubt. The copper tide will turn the wet sand bright, and shadow lines will stretch across the pier. We will watch the gulls fade slowly into night and smile because we spent a lifetime here. In 30 years we will watch the orange sky descend to paint the gentle ocean waves in amber light, while simple stories that we loved will never end, and old felt blankets keep us warm against the night. The kitchen clock will chime at 5 to 7. We will pour warm tea into a thermos flask. If earthly quiet feels a bit like heaven, this resting shore is all we will ever ask. Our hair will turn to silver like the spray, our footsteps gentle in the damp, wet sand. I see it now as clear as yesterday, a rocking chair beside a wooden porch, the quiet way the colors fade away when evening holds a soft and steady torch. The clock ticks on, but time can take its time. We will be right here when daylight starts to fold, just you and me beside the salty foam, a quiet story beautifully told.
Apricot light spills on the wet sand, turning the foam to a muted rose. An old man stands with his coat in hand, watching where the tide slowly goes. He turns around and looks my way, asking if I know what time of day. I pull my sweater tight against the chilly breeze and tell him 6 o'clock is fading through the trees. He nods his head and offers up a quiet smile and asks if he can stand beside me for a while. A stranger shares a story from a distant the ocean clear. We trace the lines of foam upon the damp gray shore. Finding simple comfort we were looking for. Two shadows stretched together as the evening grows, and wisdom travels gently where the cold wind blows. He says he came to watch the glowing tint, the way it painted hills when he was young. His wife would point toward the amber glint and hum a quiet ballad softly sung. I listen close while water washes out the sand, and feel a gentle peace across the quiet land. I pull my sweater tight against the chilly breeze and tell him 6 o'clock is fading through the trees. He nods his head and offers up a quiet smile, and asks if he can stand beside me for a while. A stranger shares a story from a distant year, while lavender reflections make the ocean clear. We trace the lines of foam upon the damp gray shore, finding simple comfort we were looking for. Two shadows stretch together as the evening grows, and wisdom travels gently where the cold wind blows. The orange tint turns deeper into velvet blue. He pockets 3 smooth pebbles that are polished clean. He says the world looks kinder when the day is through, and leaves a peaceful silence in the quiet scene. He tips his hat and walks along the damp sea line, leaving footsteps taking in the soft coastline. The peach glow vanishes beneath a quiet swell, a short sweet conversation that I remembered well.
Sweet pine and salt water filled up the dusk as Arthur pulled off his worn leather shoes. Clara set down her old thermos of tea, watching the gray water turn into blues. 40-odd summers had passed on this coast, leaving their footprints for tides to erase. The boardwalk grew quiet as storefronts dimmed down, and shadow met sand at the edge of the town. Amber light spills on the damp evening shore, breathing the warmth they have trusted for years. Holding tight fingers while gentle tides roar,
and smiled at the slow fading light of the day. They spoke without words as the gentle breeze blew, knowing each turn that the tide would go through. The boardwalk grew quiet as storefronts dimmed down, and shadow met sand at the edge of the town. Amber light spills on the damp evening shore, breathing a warmth they have trusted for years, holding tight fingers while gentle tides roar, washing away all their quietest fears. Tucked in his pocket, a brass pocket watch ticked like the rhythm of gentle sea waves. Nothing was urgent and nothing was lost, just keeping the simple old promise he gave. Two shadows stretched out across the dark sand as stars found their places above the still sea. They walked toward the cottage with shoes in one hand, right where they always had wanted to be. Burnt tangerine spills slow across the tide, a warm honey glow where the gulls reside. I leaned back against a driftwood log, watching the dust chase away the fog. An old gentleman paused and tipped his hat, as if the wooden bench was free for a chat. He pulled up his collar against the sea breeze and pointed his cane to the distant pine trees. He said the sky changes every single night if you take a second to watch the light. The golden hourglass drips into the bay, sweeping all our quiet worries away. Stranger shares a peppermint sweet, while the cooling sand settles under our feet. We watch the soft lavender slowly take hold, learning how the longest stories get told. He told me he fished these waters in '62, back when the old dock was painted cobalt blue. I smiled and nodded, letting his voice drift, a simple conversation feeling like a gift. The tide crept higher with a gentle push, dipped in a bucket of a painter's pink brush. Sometimes a friendly word from someone you don't know is all it takes to make a cold evening glow. No names were traded, no promises were made, just two quiet souls in the darkening shade. The golden hourglass drips into the bay, sweeping all our quiet worries away. Stranger shares a peppermint sweet, while the cooling sand settles under our feet. We watch the soft lavender slowly take hold, learning how the longest stories get told. waving a hand to a passing fishing boat. Have a good night, he said into the chill, as the purple twilight rested on the hill.
Old brass motel key rests by my tea. The wooden porch is painted soft and blue. Out on the water where the gulls fly free, the evening air begins to cool us through. I watch the tide roll in so smooth and slow, and wonder where the busy years all go. The sky turns amber near the wooden pier. The shadows stretch across the shifting sand. There is a quiet grace in sitting here, with gentle breeze upon my weary hand. The gold unfolds across the ocean deep, while waves in caves hum softly as they play. Old dreams like streams are secrets we can keep, as bright red light consumes the final day. I find my mind at rest upon this sill, while quiet shadows fall across the hill. My reading glasses sit beside the plate. The salt-stained window shows a copper glow. There is no need to hurry or be late, when every wave is content to be slow. I take a sip and close my eyes a while, and trace the coastline with a quiet smile. We chased the morning years ago in youth, when every road felt endless, wide and long. Now sitting by the shore, I see the truth. The evening light is where we best belong. The gold unfolds across the ocean deep, while waves in caves hum softly as they play. Oh, dreams like streams are secrets we can keep, as bright red light consumes the final day. I find my mind at rest upon this sill, while quiet shadows fall across the hill. The tea grows cool beneath the fading sky. The tide moves out and leaves the sand behind. I watch another peaceful day go by, with simple gratitude inside my mind. This heavy wooden lawn chair sinks in tune to the dance inside. I sit here with a letter that I never sent to you when you were 21 and thought the world was falling through. The evening air is turning cool, the water gleams like gold. I wish I could have told you then what now is growing old. Young boy chasing shadows on a summer evening coast. You spent your sweetest Saturdays just fighting with a ghost. The work will get accomplished and the bruised heart starts to mend. So put your heavy coat away and welcome in a friend. The golden sky is waiting while the quiet waves come in. You never needed answers for your life to finally begin. I feel the iron legs pressed down against the cooling sand. The folded yellow notebook paper rests inside my hand. You cried because a girl walked out. You worried for your pay. Look at this amber ocean now. Those troubles drifted off away. The light is slowly dimming as the seagulls turn for home. There was no reason for you then to feel so all alone. Young boy chasing shadows on a summer evening coast. You spent your sweetest Saturdays just fighting with a ghost. The work will get accomplished and the bruised heart starts to mend. So put your heavy coat away and welcome in a friend. The golden sky is waiting while the quiet waves come in. You never needed answers for your life to finally begin. The shoreline keeps no record of the tears you used to hide. Just footprints washed to nothing by the turning of the tide. If I could send this paper back across 40 years of sea, I'd tell you just to sit right here and breathe along with me. The sun sinks slow in purple light. The folding seat holds strong. You made it through the storm, my boy. You belonged here all along. A sudden question broke the quiet air, right as the tide turned golden by the pier. Long shadows stretched across the drift log chair and painted every wave in crystal clear. An old sedan hums low near Beach Gate 3, while seagulls drift across a brass-lit sea. The camera panned across the water's edge, where copper light fell soft on every ledge. Amber fills the harbor like an old film reel.
Drying kelp is glowing in a bronze light hue. Footprints turn to purple as the cold winds steal. Every quiet memory that belongs to you. Two fishermen are packing up their nylon line before the last red ribbon leaves the coastline fine. A distant lighthouse beam flickers once against the sky as low clouds catch the fading rose and gold. The gentle foam rolls up to say goodbye to simple stories that were never told. You zip your jacket up against the breeze, and shadow shapes grow long among the trees. Amber fills the harbor like an old film reel. Drying kelp is glowing in a bronze light hue. Footprints turn to purple as the cold winds steal. Every quiet memory that belongs to you. Two fishermen are packing up their nylon line before the last red ribbon leaves the coastline fine. The screen fades down to lavender and gray. A distant foghorn calls across the bay. No dialogue was needed for the scene, just quiet moments trapped in between. Amber fills the harbor like an old film reel. Drying kelp is glowing in a bronze light hue. Footprints turn to purple as the cold winds steal. Every quiet memory that belongs to you. Two fishermen are packing up their nylon line before the last red ribbon leaves the coastline fine. The taillights flash maroon along the shore road track. The tide moves in and leaves no looking back. Just copper sand and water growing dark and deep. 6 p.m. and memories to keep. Coarse woven wool rubs against my wrist. A scratchy sleeve from 40 years ago. The golden light sinks low across the bay, and suddenly your voice is soft and slow. I pull the threads that frayed along the hem and step right back to where we used to stand. The tide comes reaching for our bare young feet. A copper glow upon the quiet foam. I haven't thought of you in 30 years, but this old cloth has brought me right back home.
You wrapped your heavy sweater around my waist to guard me from the creeping coastal cold, and swore that time would never change a thing before the autumn twilight turned to gray. The thick-ribbed cotton held the ocean air, trapped every word we whispered in the breeze. We watched the fishing boats turn on their lights, while salty spray blew through the cedar trees. Now sitting on this wooden bench tonight, I feel those scratchy stitches in my palm. The years move fast, the quiet shore remains, though colors fade inside a weathered frame. I touch the fabric resting on my lap and softly speak an almost forgotten name. The sunset melts away into the deep. The woven thread remembers what to keep. The waves grow calm along the darkening sand. I rest my hands right where you used to stand. "6:15 flickers on the bedside clock. I close my eyes and leap 30 years. We are two old souls in woolen socks, listening as the tide disappears. Your hand holds mine with a gentle shake, beside the copper glow the waves make. The silver in your hair reflects the dusk, and salt air carries hints of dry sweet musk. We do not rush to catch the fading day. We simply let the evening fade away. When gray hair catches all the evening light, we will sit right here till the sky turns night, watching amber tides spill across the sand, without a single word left to command. Just two old rocking chairs beside the foam, knowing that this quiet shore is home. I see your spectacles resting on your lap, a thermos full of chamomile inside my cap. The orange sky turns purple at the seam. It feels far sweeter than a fleeting dream. We count the gulls that settle on the driftwood post, happy with the things we love the most. Years from tonight, when time has slowed our stride, we'll come back down to watch the changing tide. No urgent errands calling us away,
trace the quiet lines across your brow. Someday that golden beach will meet our feet, and that future shore will feel complete.
The weight of this green lawn chair settles in the sand as orange light bends quiet across the ocean floor. I wish I could reach out and take your 20-year-old hand and tell you all the things you thought were lost along the shore. You were running so fast to catch a train that never came, worrying about the silver coins you didn't hold. Look at how the tide comes in and washes out the blame, leaving only peaceful waters painted warm and gold. Put down that heavy satchel full of foolish doubts today. The girl who broke your heart will find her happiness somewhere. You're going to build a good life with a quiet song to play and end up right here resting in the cool salt air. You thought every little rainstorm was a house ablaze. You stayed awake till midnight counting every small mistake. If you could see this quiet, lingering evening haze, you'd know how many gentle bends the road would take. The young man in the mirror was always scared to fail, chasing after shadow sparks and reaching for the sky. But age turns every heavy storm into an easy sail, and all those foolish worries slowly learn to fly. So breathe in the salt air, kid, and let the darkness fall. You made it to the golden hour after all. The chair holds strong, the water stays clear. I'm waiting right here. Rusty bicycle bell clicked twice on Ocean Avenue. You leaned your handlebars against the wooden fence. We walked across the cooling asphalt toward the view and found the little path where August usually ends. The breeze is turning softer by the boardwalk railing now. You unlaced both your sneakers with a quiet, easy smile. We do not need to rush back to the kitchen anyhow, so let us just stand quiet for a little while. Gold lights spilled across the tide to warm your weathered coat, while gentle violet shadows drifted slow along the bay. I watched a silent evening tug clear up its final boat, and knew that 40 years of friendship never
never washed away. The low tide sang of simple secrets that our spirits kept, and under amber heavens all our tired worries slept. You pointed at the line where wet white foam turns into glass. A flock of gulls went skimming past the pier in single file. The copper hour always seems to fly away too fast, but sitting on this bench makes every memory worth your while. Remember when we thought we had to solve the whole wide world? Now all we need is salt water and sand between our toes, as indigo and rose colors above the deck unfurl. We watch the quiet evening close the way a day should close. Gold light spilled across the tide to warm your weathered coat, while gentle violet shadows drifted slow along the bay. I watched a silent evening tug clear up its final boat, and knew that 40 years of friendship never washed away. The low tide sang of simple secrets that our spirits kept, and under amber heavens all our tired worries slept. The street lamp by the boardwalk just flickered into blue. Step carefully through the dunes, my friend, I am right behind you. We can walk back down the avenue. Damp cedar planks and sweet vanilla smoke floated right past the old concession stand. Arthur unbuttoned his navy wool coat and placed 2 paper cups into the sand. Clara was looking at the copper tide, smoothing the wrinkles on her patterned dress. 50 long summers standing side by side, finding their peace in simple quietness. The amber evening folds across the bay as golden waters wash the stones away. He holds a hand inside his pocket deep, a quiet vow. 2 gentle souls still keep. The silver seagulls gathered on the pier, watching the dusk turn lavender and gray. She leaned right in so only he could hear, and asked if they should head home for the day. The amber evening folds across the bay as golden waters wash the stones away. He holds a hand inside his pocket deep, a quiet vow. 2 gentle souls still
still keep. They build a life on promises so small, like saved up pennies in a mason jar. Now sitting here as shadow patterns fall, they never had to travel very far. Two paper cups left cooling on the shore. The copper tide rolls slowly out once more. Hand in hand along the boardwalk track, they leave their footsteps where the wave turns back. Scratchy cable catches the breeze as low tide pulls the evening into gray. I rub the frayed edges near my knees, and 40 years just melt away. I see a scarf floating by the phone. Before we ever thought of going home, the tide comes in slow and deep. A quiet promise we decided to keep. The amber shoreline turns a deeper red. A lingering shadow follows where we walked, replacing every quiet word we said. On summer nights when nobody else talked, I traced the threads you mended with a pin, and feel the gentle evening light pour in. Your laugh comes back across the damp wet sand, clearer than the foghorn near the bay. You tucked a smooth sea pebble in my hand and told me some things never wash away. The orange sky grows heavy in the west, while memories settle softly on my chest. The tide comes in slow and deep, a quiet promise we decided to keep. The amber shoreline turns a deeper red. A lingering shadow follows where we walked, replacing every quiet word we said. On summer nights when nobody else talked, I traced the threads you mended with a pin, and feel the gentle evening light pour in. Time moves faster than the tide can roll, taking young years from the golden shore. Yet holding on to thread can keep us whole, just like the quiet evenings long before. The fabric warms my cold and weathered hand, footprints fading slowly in the sand. The
stars come out above the quiet pier. I sit right here and feel you standing near.
A small pink shell sits by my saucer, holding down a napkin from the breeze. Outside the window, amber light grows softer, sinking slowly into quiet seas. I watch the tide turn copper in the shade and wonder where the busy afternoon went. The salt air drifts across the faded porch, and shadows stretch along the cooling sand. I hold this moment like a tiny torch, just watching daylight leave the land. When twilight painted all the water red, I thought about the miles we left behind. A quiet peace came settling in my head, leaving every heavy thought refined. The waves play soft against the wooden pier, and everything I needed was right here. I run a thumb across the rounded ridges, found this treasure 30 years ago. We spent our youth beneath the iron bridges, learning how to let the evening flow. Now orange clouds drift softly into blue, and I am warm just sitting here with you. When twilight painted all the water red, I thought about the miles we left behind. A quiet peace came settling in my head, leaving every heavy thought refined. The waves play soft against the wooden pier, and everything I needed was right here. Old songs sound better when the sky turns cold, and time feels gentle on an age-old chair. There is a comfort in a story told without a single word spoken in the air. The shell stays warm under my resting hand. The last gold streak turns purple on the sand. The night comes on so peaceful and complete, while ocean water laps against our feet. yesterday, the water stays warm long after the heat goes out of the sky. A silver thermos rests beside your arm, and three white gulls are floating slow and high. An old dog splashes in a shallow foam pool, while sand gets packed beneath our leather boots. The red paint is peeling on the tower frame. A light breeze turns the pages in your book. We don't need to speak to feel the same, just sitting side by side to take a look. Golden light hits the wet, smooth stones on the shore, leaving shadow trails along the boardwalk track. Every quiet moment here feels worth waiting for, as the tide pulls low and gently leads us back. You point toward a tiny drift of pine wood shavings left by someone carving near the jetty wall. A forgotten blue pail catches glowing light rays, standing cold and still as purple shadows fall. Two kids in sweaters race the final wave in sight, leaving deep wet prints that melt into the coast. Golden light hits the wet, smooth stones on the shore, leaving shadow trails along the boardwalk track. Every quiet moment here feels worth waiting for, as the tide pulls low and gently leads us back. The lighthouse lamp clicks on across the bay, a yellow beam that cuts through cooling air. We brush the damp gray grid off our knees today, and find a peaceful quiet standing there. Your hand slides softly into mine at last, the orange fading down to indigo. We walk along the dark water, thick and vast, with nowhere else we ever need to go. Where do the amber waves go after the afternoon dies? Nobody answers the gulls while they circle in the breeze. My toes are still warm in this fading sand, thinking of a radio song from 50 years ago, just floating along like a dry pine needle. The copper light leans heavy on the pier, and I forget if I turned off the kitchen tap, or if I am just watching the tide swallow the shore. An old yellow cardigan drapes across my knee, while pink dusk melts down into the quiet salt sea. A distant tugboat pulls at the leaving a soft silver trail. Like an old pencil mark, I count for footsteps that the incoming swell washed clean. Did we buy that porch swing in June or July? The mind strays away like a loose foam line. There is salt on my glasses and a chill in the air. My thumb traces circles in the cooling wet dirt, remembering the way your hand felt inside mine. A pebble rolls over as the current shifts ground. The whole wide world slows to a soft, steady sound. I do not need a reason for sitting right here, just letting the colors dissolve into gray as the last strip of red fades away. Only a pale purple thread on the water now. Time keeps drifting past the pier, gently, softly. Evening settles in, just the wind and the shore. Why does the water turn to glass when 6 o'clock arrives? My sweater has a pulled out thread from 1985. The tide comes rolling up the coast to touch my woolen socks. A pelican sits staring down from wet and jagged rocks. I wonder if my sister called while I was sitting here. The sky turns peach, then turns to plum, and all the noisy motorboats grow silent one by one. We left 2 folded lawn chairs right beside the timber dock and listened to the foghorn tell its story to the rock. The yellow light dissolved into a deep and quiet shade, while memory kept every single promise that we made. I pack my woolly blanket as the evening air grows cool. That driftwood looks a bit like grandfather's old wooden cane. I haven't thought of summer storms or driving in the rain. A dog is chasing sea foam where the wet sand meets the weeds. My pocket holds a handful of dried saltwater seeds. The breeze smells like old copper coins and roasted summer corn. The ember fades to indigo. There is no reason left to rush nowhere we have to go. We left 2 folded lawn chairs right beside the timber dock and listened to the foghorn tell its story to the rock. The yellow light dissolved into a deep and quiet shade, while memory kept every single promise that we made. I
as the evening air grows cool. Did I forget to turn the stove knob down, or did I leave my glasses on the stone? The ocean doesn't care about the town. It sings a song it learned when it was born alone. To lose.
Glowing six upon the dashboard dial reminds me how the afternoon grows late. I close my eyes and picture in a while the peaceful year when we turn 88. We will drive down slow to see the water shine and sit right here while golden light fades out. Your wrinkled hand held softly inside mine, without a single worry left to doubt. The copper tide will turn the wet sand bright, and shadow lines will stretch across the pier. We will watch the gulls fade slowly into night, and smile because we spent a lifetime here. In 30 years we will watch the orange sky descend to paint the gentle ocean waves in amber light, while simple stories that we loved will never end, and old felt blankets keep us warm against the night. The kitchen clock will chime at 5 to 7. We will pour warm tea into a thermos flask. If earthly quiet feels a bit like heaven, this resting shore is all we will ever ask. Our hair will turn to silver like the spray, our footsteps gentle in the damp, wet sand. I see it now as clear as yesterday, a rocking chair beside a wooden porch, the quiet way the colors fade away when evening holds a soft and steady torch. The clock ticks on, but time can take its time. We will be right here when daylight starts to fold, just you and me beside the salty foam, a quiet story beautifully told. apricot light spills on the wet sand, turning the foam to a muted rose. An old man stands with his coat in hand, watching where the tide slowly goes. He turns around and looks my way, asking if I know what time of day. I pull my sweater tight against the chilly breeze and tell him 6 o'clock is fading through the trees. He nods his head and offers up a quiet smile, and asks if he can stand beside me for a while. A stranger shares a story from a distant year, while lavender reflections make the ocean clear. We trace the lines of foam upon the damp gray shore, finding simple comfort we were looking for. Two shadows stretch together as the evening grows, and wisdom travels gently where the cold wind blows. He says he came to watch the glowing tint, the way it painted hills when he was young. His wife would point toward the amber glint and hum a quiet ballad softly sung. I listen close while water washes out the sand, and feel a gentle peace across the quiet land. I pull my sweater tight against the chilly breeze and tell him 6 o'clock is fading through the trees. He nods his head and offers up a quiet smile, and asks if he can stand beside me for a while. A stranger shares a story from a distant year, while lavender reflections make the ocean clear. We trace the lines of foam upon the damp gray shore, finding simple comfort we were looking for. Two shadows stretch together as the evening grows, and wisdom travels gently where the cold wind blows. The orange tint turns deeper into velvet blue. He pockets 3 smooth pebbles that are polished clean. He says the world looks kinder when the day is through, and leaves a peaceful silence in the quiet scene. He tips his hat and walks along the damp sea line, leaving footsteps taking in the soft coastline. The peach glow vanishes beneath a quiet swell, a short sweet conversation that I remembered well. Sweet pine and salt water filled up the dusk as Arthur pulled off his worn leather shoes. Clara set down her old thermos of tea, watching the gray water turn into blues. 40-yard summer
leaving shore, breathing a warmth they have trusted for years, holding tight fingers while gentle tides roar, washing away all their quietest fears. Gulls headed inland to rest on the roofs while a copper sun painted the calm outer bay. She wrapped a beige shawl round her shivering arms and smiled at the slow fading light of the day. They spoke without words as the gentle breeze blew, knowing each turn that the tide would go through. The boardwalk grew quiet as storefronts dimmed down, and shadow met sand at the edge of the town. Amber light spills on the damp evening shore, breathing a warmth they have trusted for years, holding tight fingers while gentle tides roar, washing away all their quietest fears. Tucked in his pocket, a brass pocket watch ticked like the rhythm of gentle sea waves. Nothing was urgent and nothing was lost, just keeping the simple old promise he gave. Two shadows stretched out across the dark sand as stars found their places above the still sea. They walked toward the cottage with shoes in one hand, right where they always had wanted to be. Burnt tangerine spills slow across the tide, a warm honey glow where the gulls reside. I leaned back against a driftwood log, watching the dust chase away the fog. An old gentleman paused and tipped his hat, as if the wooden bench was free for a chat. He pulled up his collar against the sea breeze and pointed his cane to the distant pine trees. He said the sky changes every single night if you take a second to watch the light. The golden hourglass drips into the bay, sweeping all our quiet worries away. Stranger shares a peppermint sweet, while the cooling sand settles under our feet. We watch the soft lavender slowly take hold, learning how the longest stories get told. He told me he fished these waters in '62, back when the old dock was painted cobalt blue. I smiled and nodded, letting his voice drift, a simple conversation feeling like a gift. The tide crept higher with a gentle push, dipped in a bucket of a painter's pink brush. Sometimes a friendly word from someone you don't know is all it takes to make a cold evening glow. No names were traded, no promises were made, darkening shade. The golden hourglass drips into the bay, sweeping all our quiet worries away. Stranger shares a peppermint sweet, while the cooling sand settles under our feet. We watch the soft lavender slowly take hold, learning how the longest stories get told. He stood up slowly and dusted off his coat, waving a hand to a passing fishing boat. Have a good night, he said into the chill, as the purple twilight rested on the hill.
Old brass motel key rests by my tea. The wooden porch is painted soft and blue. Out on the water where the gulls fly free, the evening air begins to cool us through. I watch the tide roll in so smooth and slow, and wonder where the busy years all go. The sky turns amber near the wooden pier, the shadows stretch across the shifting sand. There is a quiet grace in sitting here, with gentle breeze upon my weary hand. The gold unfolds across the ocean deep, while waves in caves hum softly as they play. Old dreams like streams are secrets we can keep, as bright red light consumes the final day. I find my mind at rest upon this hill, while quiet shadows fall across the hill. My reading glasses sit beside the plate. The salt-stained window shows a copper glow. There is no need to hurry or be late, when every wave is content to be slow. I take a sip and close my eyes a while, and trace the coastline with a quiet smile. We chased the morning years ago in youth, when every road felt endless, wide and long. Now sitting by the shore, I see the truth. The evening light is where we best belong. The gold unfolds across the ocean deep, while waves in caves hum softly as they play. Old dreams like streams are secrets we can keep, as bright red light consumes the final day. I find my mind at rest upon this hill, while quiet shadows fall across the hill. The tea grows cool beneath the fading sky. The tide moves out and leaves the sand behind. I watch another
attitude inside my mind.
This heavy wooden lawn chair sinks in tune to the damp tide. The painted green is peeling where the sea salt stays inside. I sit here with a letter that I never sent to you when you were 21 and thought the world was falling through. The evening air is turning cool, the water gleams like gold. I wish I could have told you then what now is growing old. Young boy chasing shadows on a summer evening coast. You spent your sweetest Saturdays just fighting with a ghost. The work will get accomplished and the bruised heart starts to mend. So put your heavy coat away and welcome in a friend. The golden sky is waiting while the quiet waves come in. You never needed answers for your life to finally begin. I feel the iron legs pressed down against the cooling sand. The folded yellow notebook paper rests inside my hand. You cried because a girl walked out. You worried for your pay. Look at this amber ocean now. Those troubles drifted off away. The light is slowly dimming as the seagulls turn for home. There was no reason for you then to feel so all alone. Young boy chasing shadows on a summer evening coast. You spent your sweetest Saturdays just fighting with a ghost. The work will get accomplished and the bruised heart starts to mend. So put your heavy coat away and welcome in a friend. The golden sky is waiting while the quiet waves come in. You never needed answers for your life to finally begin. The shoreline keeps no record of the tears you used to hide. Just footprints washed to nothing by the turning of the tide. If I could send this paper back across 40 years of sea, I'd tell you just to sit right here and breathe along with me. The sun sinks slow in purple light. The folding seat holds strong. You made it through the storm, my boy. You belonged here all along. A sudden question broke the quiet air. right as the tide turned golden by the pier. Long shadows stretched across the drift log chair and painted every wave in crystal clear. An old sedan hums low near Beach Gate 3, while seagulls drift across a brass-lit sea. The camera panned across the water's edge, where copper light fell soft on every ledge. Amber fills the harbor like an old film reel. Drying kelp is glowing in a bronze light hue. Footprints turn to purple as the cold winds steal. Every quiet memory that belongs to you. Two fishermen are packing up their nylon line before the last red ribbon leaves the coastline fine. A distant lighthouse beam flickers once against the sky as low clouds catch the fading rose and gold. The gentle foam rolls up to say goodbye to simple stories that were never told. You zip your jacket up against the breeze, and shadow shapes grow long among the trees. Amber fills the harbor like an old film reel. Drying kelp is glowing in a bronze light hue. Footprints turn to purple as the cold winds steal. Every quiet memory that belongs to you. Two fishermen are packing up their nylon line before the last red ribbon leaves the coastline fine. The screen fades down to lavender and gray. A distant foghorn calls across the bay. No dialogue was needed for the scene, just quiet moments trapped in between. Amber fills the harbor like an old film reel. Drying kelp is glowing in a bronze light hue. Footprints turn to purple as the cold winds steal. Every quiet memory that belongs to you. Two fishermen are packing up their nylon line before the last red ribbon leaves the coastline fine. The taillights flash maroon along the shore road track. The tide moves in and leaves no looking back. Just copper sand and water growing dark and deep. 6 p.m. and memories to keep. Against my wrist, a scratchy sleeve from 40 years ago. golden light sinks low across the bay, and suddenly your voice is soft and slow. I pull the threads that frayed along the hem and step right back to where we used to stand. The tide comes reaching for our bare young feet, a copper glow upon the quiet foam. I haven't thought of you in 30 years, but this old cloth has brought me right back home. We watch the evening color paint the pier, while gentle ocean waters turn to gold. You wrapped your heavy sweater around my waist to guard me from the creeping coastal cold, and swore that time would never change a thing before the autumn twilight turned to gray. Ribbed cotton held the ocean air, trapped every word we whispered in the breeze. We watched the fishing boats turn on their lights, while salty spray blew through the cedar trees. Now sitting on this wooden bench tonight, scratchy stitches in my palm. The years move fast, the quiet shore remains, though colors fade inside a weathered frame. I touch the fabric resting on my lap and softly speak an almost forgotten name. The sunset melts away into the deep. The woven thread remembers what to keep. The waves grow calm along the darkening sand. I rest my hands right where you used to stand. .6:15 flickers on the bedside clock. I close my eyes and leap 30 years. We are two old souls in woolen socks, listening as the tide disappears. Your hand holds mine with a gentle shake, beside the copper glow the waves make. The silver in your hair reflects the dusk, and salt air carries hints of dry sweet musk. We do not rush to catch the fading day. We simply let the evening fade away. When gray hair catches all the evening light, we will sit right here till the sky turns night, watching amber tides spill across the sand, without a single word left to command. Just two old rocking chairs beside the phone.
this quiet shore is home. I see your spectacles resting on your lap, a thermos full of chamomile inside my cap. The orange sky turns purple at the seam. It feels far sweeter than a fleeting dream. We count the gulls that settle on the driftwood post, happy with the things we love the most. Years from tonight, when time has slowed our stride, we'll come back down to watch the changing tide. No urgent errands calling us away, just sunset softly ending one more day. 6:15 blinks and brings me to the now. I trace the quiet lines across your brow. Someday that golden beach will meet our feet, and that future shore will feel complete. The weight of this green lawn chair settles in the sand as orange light bends quiet across the ocean floor. I wish I could reach out and take your 20-year-old hand and tell you all the things you thought were lost along the shore. You were running so fast to catch a train that never came, worrying about the silver coins you didn't hold. Look at how the tide comes in and washes out the blame, leaving only peaceful waters painted warm and gold. Put down that heavy satchel full of foolish doubts today. The girl who broke your heart will find her happiness somewhere. You're going to build a good life with a quiet song to play and end up right here resting in the cool salt air. You thought every little rainstorm was a house ablaze. You stayed awake till midnight counting every small mistake. If you could see this quiet, lingering evening haze, you'd know how many gentle bends the road would take. The young man in the mirror was always scared to fail, chasing after shadow sparks and reaching for the sky. But age turns every heavy storm into an easy sail, and all those foolish worries slowly learn to fly. So breathe in the salt air, kid, and let the darkness fall. You made it to the golden hour after all. The chair holds strong, the water stays clear. I'm waiting right here.
rusty bicycle bell clicked twice on Ocean Avenue. You leaned your handlebars against the wooden fence. We walked across the cooling asphalt toward the view, and found the little path where August usually ends. The breeze is turning softer by the boardwalk railing now. You unlaced both your sneakers with a quiet, easy smile. We do not need to rush back to the kitchen anyhow, so let us just stand quiet for a little while. Gold lights spilled across the tide to warm your weathered coat, while gentle violet shadows drifted slow along the bay. I watched a silent evening tug clear up its final boat, and knew that 40 years of friendship never washed away. The low tide sang of simple secrets that our spirits kept, and under amber heavens all our tired worries slept. You pointed at the line where wet white foam turns into glass. A flock of gulls went skimming past the pier in single file. The copper hour always seems to fly away too fast, but sitting on this bench makes every memory worth your while. Remember when we thought we had to solve the whole wide world? Now all we need is salt water and sand between our toes, as indigo and rose colors above the deck unfurl. We watch the quiet evening close the way a day should close. Gold lights spilled across the tide to warm your weathered coat, while gentle violet shadows drifted slow along the bay. I watched a silent evening tug clear up its final boat, and knew that 40 years of friendship never washed away. The low tide sang of simple secrets that our spirits kept, and under amber heavens all our tired worries slept. The street lamp by the boardwalk just flickered into blue. Step carefully through the dunes, my friend, I am right behind you. We can walk back down the avenue. Damp cedar planks and sweet vanilla smoke floated right past the old concession stand. Arthur unbuttoned his navy wool coat and placed 2 paper cups into the sand. Clara was looking at the copper tide, smoothing the wrinkles on her patterned dress. 50 long summers standing side by side, finding their peace in simple quietness. The amber evening folds across the bay as golden waters wash the stones away.
gentle souls still keep. The silver seagulls gathered on the pier, watching the dusk turn lavender and gray. She leaned right in so only he could hear, and asked if they should head home for the day. The amber evening folds across the bay as golden waters wash the stones away. He holds a hand inside his pocket deep, a quiet vow. Two gentle souls still keep. They build a life on promises so small, like saved up pennies in a mason jar. Now sitting here as shadow patterns fall, they never had to travel very far. Two paper cups left cooling on the shore. The copper tide rolls slowly out once more. Hand in hand along the boardwalk track, they leave their footsteps where the wave turns back. Scratchy cable catches the breeze as low tide pulls the evening into gray. I rub the frayed edges near my knees, and 40 years just melt away. I see a scarf floating by the foam. Before we ever thought of going home, the tide comes in slow and deep, a quiet promise we decided to keep. The amber shoreline turns a deeper red, a lingering shadow follows where we walked, replacing every quiet word we said. On summer nights when nobody else talked, I traced the threads you mended with a pin, and feel the gentle evening light pour in. Your laugh comes back across the damp wet sand, clearer than the foghorn near the bay. You tucked a smooth sea pebble in my hand and told me some things never wash away. The orange sky grows heavy in the west, while memories settle softly on my chest. The tide comes in slow and deep, a quiet promise we decided to keep. The amber shoreline turns a deeper red, a lingering shadow follows where we walked,
replacing every quiet word we said. On summer nights when nobody else talked, I traced the threads you mended with a pin, and feel the gentle evening light pour in. Time moves faster than the tide can roll, taking young years from the golden shore. Yet holding on to thread can keep us whole, just like the quiet evenings long before. The fabric warms my cold and weathered hand, footprints fading slowly in the sand. The stars come out above the quiet pier. I sit right here and feel you standing near.